Are the Boston Celtics about to unleash a secret weapon? Rumors are swirling about a potential trade that could add crucial depth to our already formidable roster. Imagine a versatile forward coming in to bolster our wing play. Could this be the missing piece on our quest for back-to-back championships? Stay tuned as we dive into the latest buzz. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video to stay in the loop with everything Celtics. The Boston Celtics are making waves this season. And if you've been following along, you know just how electric this team has been. With an impressive start, they're aiming to solidify their place as repeat champions in the NBA. But, as we all know, the road to glory is never smooth, and maintaining health is paramount for this elite squad. While Boston boasts a strong core, there's always room for enhancement, especially as we approach the trade deadline. According to a recent proposal by Dan Favale of Bleacher Report, there's an intriguing trade scenario involving the Los Angeles Clippers that could add some much-needed depth to our roster. The proposal suggests that the Celtics could acquire forward Amir Coffey in exchange for Jaden Springer and a 2025 second-round pick. Now let's break this down. Coffey has been a solid contributor for the Clippers, averaging 9.3 points, 2.3 rebounds, and 1.1 assists per game this season, all while shooting an impressive 50% from beyond the arc. That's a stat line that can make any coach sit up and take notice. He may not be a high-volume scorer, but he brings that three-point threat and defensive versatility that could be invaluable off the bench for Boston. What excites me about this potential move is the opportunity to bolster our secondary rotation. With Kristaps Porzingis currently out, having another capable wing player like Coffey could make a significant difference in our overall performance. We all know that in the playoffs, every possession counts, and having depth could be the difference between advancing or heading home early. Now, I'm sure some of you might be thinking, is this really the best move for the Celtics? Honestly, I'm a bit torn. On one hand, adding a player who can stretch the floor and defend multiple positions sounds fantastic. But on the other hand, it raises questions about how this impacts our existing roster. Will it disrupt our chemistry? Will Coffey be able to adjust quickly to our system? These are the types of questions that keep me up at night as a Celtics fan. But let's consider the potential upside here. The Celtics have one of the most formidable starting fives in the league, but we've seen how injuries can derail even the best laid plans. Depth is critical, especially in a grueling season where every game matters. Bringing Coffey in could help us weather those storms better than before. And let's not forget about the assets we have. We've got plenty of second-round picks to play with, which gives us flexibility in negotiations. The Clippers might be looking to move Coffey for additional assets. And if we can capitalize on that, it could be a win-win situation for both teams. So, what do you think, Celtics fans? Is this trade proposal something we should pursue? Personally, I'd love to hear your thoughts, because this debate is what being a fan is all about. Could this be the move that propels us to another championship? Or are we risking too much for a player who might not fit perfectly into our plans? Let's get the conversation going in the comments. Share your expectations, your frustrations, and your hopes for this season. Are you feeling optimistic about our chances with this potential addition? Or do you think we should stick with what we have and trust our current roster? I want to hear all of it. That's why nobody was expecting fans to listen to this. Last night was something special for the Boston Celtics, as they clawed their way to a thrilling 126-123 overtime victory against the Toronto Raptors. Jason Tatum's clutch shot sealed the deal, but let's take a moment to appreciate the performance of Al Horford, who truly shined. With 18 points, marking his best game of the season, Horford was a key player in this hard-fought battle. When the stakes were high, Horford stepped up like the veteran he is. Coach Joe Mazzulla made it clear that you can always count on him to make a big play when it matters most. With the game tied at 102 late in the fourth quarter, Horford showcased his experience with a classic and-one floater, which was crucial. Even after missing a three-pointer shortly after, he kept his composure and stayed ready. His timely shooting, especially those late triples off Tatum's dishes, was essential in tightening the grip on this game. At 38 years old, Horford understands the intensity every opponent brings to the floor. He mentioned that every team gives their best against the Celtics, and that's what makes these moments even more valuable. This is the kind of grit and determination we need, especially considering how closing out games has been a struggle for this team in recent years. I can't be the only one who's felt disappointed in those final minutes of games, right? Yet, watching this team execute under pressure last night reminded me of their playoff run last season, where they found ways to win when it counted. Reflecting on those playoffs, especially the Eastern Conference Finals against the Indiana Pacers, it's clear that Boston has made significant strides in executing down the stretch. In those critical moments, Horford was a difference maker, just like he was last night. It's fascinating to see how his readiness and creativity on the court can change the dynamics of a game, allowing Tatum to hit that game-winning shot. Sure, the stakes were different, but the pressure was similar. Boston needed every single basket from Horford to secure that win. This makes me wonder about the decision-making going forward. Are we seeing the right approach from the Celtics? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, I love the way the team is adapting and executing. On the other hand, I can't help but think about the potential for improvement. The Celtics have a solid roster, and with performances like this from Horford, it raises the question of how they will handle future opponents. Will they consistently show this level of execution? Can they maintain this momentum as we head deeper into the season? I want to hear your thoughts on this. Do you believe that the Celtics are on the right path? What will it take for them to consistently close out games like this? I'm genuinely curious about your expectations and frustrations as a fan. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a good discussion going. As we look ahead, remember how pivotal last night's performance was. The Celtics need to harness that energy and focus as they move forward. It's all about building on these victories and making sure that every player knows their role and steps up when called upon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to keep up with every crucial moment in the Celtics journey. You won't want to miss any updates, so be sure to hit that notification bell. Let's continue to ride this wave of excitement together as we cheer on our beloved Celtics. Go Celtics!